So, if you've got an E39 BMW or an E46, anything that has a parking, well, not a parking heater, but an auxiliary diesel heater on it, a Webasto one, then you can do this. All you need to get is a Webasto daily timer. You can get 7-day, but this is a daily. You need to get your heater vent out. You need to find your ignition, which on this one is a green with a yellow tracer. You need to chop your ignition. You can put all your dials behind here if you need to, but I just split it and put a piece of 3-core in and use red for my ignition and green for my actual heater interface. And then I got all my wiring here. I've got a 5-core coming from my heater. So to power your heater up, you need, well, if you've got a BMW heater, you need pin 1. So you need to put a POS down to pin 1, that should fire it up. I haven't got a BMW heater because I've had my control module swapped because my BM1 was knackered. So I've got pin 1, 3 and 4 on the heater. And then you'll have POS and neg that I just picked up at the heater because it's right there. In your actual Webasto switch, you'll just have 3 wires. You'll have a red, a brown and a black. Red's POS, brown's neg, and black is your trigger out. So, from your trigger out, that's on. To power your actual heater up, to power your actual fans up, you need to put a diode in. So when you press your actual activation button on your timer, your power will go from here into there, and green is my heater controls. I put a diode in so that if you turn the ignition on, which is the red, it goes through another diode exactly the same, and the power flows this way and won't go back up. So it flows that way, won't try and backfeed your heater, and then go straight to your actual heater interface there. So, and vice versa, if I turn my heater on and turn the ignition on, it's not going to backfeed. These ignitions work off a relay anyway, so it's hard to backfeed them, especially with how much power I'm putting out on a heater, so it's not going to backfeed. I've tried it before, I've turned it on and turned the ignition on. So, you can do it with a relay. I couldn't be arsed because of the amount of room I've got down at the bottom there. I've probably got enough just to slide 2 diodes into themselves. So, and that's it. And on your Webasto timer, you've got 3 time settings that you can set, and all you do, you press it, leave it, and then it should flash with the number 1 down there, and that should tell you that it's going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you press 1 by mistake and then you want to cancel this, all you do, you just press set again and then straight to the end, and it won't turn on at all. So that's it, we'll leave it at 1. And if you flies fook, you can put it in your cigarette ashtray. Ooh wee. So I'm going to leave that at 8 o'clock anyway, because I'm going to test it, see if it fires and see how much current it draws. I'm going to stick my heater fascia back in there. Your heater stays on your last memory what you've had, so if you know it's going to be cold and you've set your heater, make sure you set him to 32 degrees and you put your recirc and stuff like that on. Don't put it at 0 because it just won't do anything. All you do, press the little flame here, 30 minutes. All fans have come on, no ignition or anything. So, and with your heater on, you should be able to, if you watch this, still lock your car. So your ignition isn't on. All I've done is power up the fans. You can do this with INPA, but I've just done it with a few diodes and cut the actual feed to it. So this is already warm because I've been running it for a bit. But like I said, because we've got power going to the heater, if I turn my ignition on now, if it wasn't on a relay and I turn it on, it wouldn't turn off because it'd try and backfeed. There you are. So your vehicle ignition is actually on a relay, so it's not going to backfeed itself, if you understand what that means. Come outside. If you can hear that, that's my heater working. So there you are. I know people mostly watching my channel for the Honda Civic, but I had to do this because I've been dying in the morning because it's been so cold. I've been Stu. Hopefully this video has been miles better than last week's. Like I said, I'm not doing blown daily this week, so I'll see you in a bit.